So every once in a while you get a strange request on YouTube, but it's not so strange when you think about it. Someone says, hey, how do I do this? And you go, wow, I can't believe I haven't made a video about that. Well, this is one of those cases. I have a 2013 Dodge Ram, and funny as things work out, I just had a visit from my dad, and we worked on the Rambler this past weekend, and one of the things we had to do was replace the battery in the Rambler. Yesterday I had to replace the battery in my new, or newish, Dodge Ram. Now this is 2017. Today is the first day of November, excuse me, November. Yesterday was Halloween. So you figure, you know, it almost made it 5 years on a battery. Batteries last about 4 to 5 years in general. Every once in a while you get lucky and get one of those that's, you know, blessed by monks, or, you know, had a unicorn tear inside of it and it lasts a little longer. That's kind of rare. But anyway, new battery, good to go, and it's time for an oil change. Now, this year, I should say, of Ram only needs an oil change about every 10,000 miles. It even says recommended every 10,000 miles. So, you know, I don't do any like off-roading. This is a two-wheel drive truck. I don't do a lot of hauling stuff. I don't have a camper or a boat, although I have towed my stepdad's boat once. And I have towed the motorcycle once, which is no longer owned by me. It doesn't do a lot of work like a truck normally does. Still, 10,000 miles is about good. So, in this past year, in the past 10,000 miles, I have drove it back and forth to work a numerous amount of times, and we did make a trip in it to from South Carolina to Cape Cod by way of what's that place in Tennessee, or Lancaster, Pennsylvania, to see the Amish. Amish, if you're watching, I know you don't have YouTube, but if you are, hey, you have a beautiful community. Love your cheese, love your bread, love the town, beautiful town. Anyway, the purpose of this video, I'm off track. The purpose of this video is I'm gonna replace my air filter. Boom. Now, you don't have to get a Fram. I just like Fram. I don't know why. Maybe it's something I grew up with. Maybe it's just the fact that I like using their product. Hey, everybody's got a preference, right? For the 2013 Dodge Ram, they recommend using the 9401. So anyway, let's replace this sucker, shall we? On here, you got little clips, and all you got to do is remove these little clips. Right here's a clip. You just flip it down, flip it down. Is that the only two clips? Let's see. There's a clip right here, and a clip right here. 4 clips, is that right? Is that all? Just 4 clips? Yeah, 4 clips. Okay. You can see here it's got to go over that thing. There we go. And that pulls off, and this pulls out. Now, there's a lot of folks that are going to take a look at this and they say, oh, it's plenty clean, you don't need to replace that, you can still see some white. Yeah, but what you can't see is inside of these folds is garbage. Now this is what your vehicle breathes with. So I figure if I'm going 10,000 miles between oil changes, I can at least change the air filter every 10,000 miles. I mean, how would you like to not breathe for 10,000 miles? Just saying. See, this is nice and pretty and clean compared to running in the truck for a while. You see the difference? So that's the difference. And to put this back in, all you do is slide it in place. I'm holding you guys while I do it, but I'm gonna sit you down for a second because I don't want to mess this up. My little canister is completely empty. There's nothing in it. I'm just gonna sit it down in there. And the back part fits over those little hooks, little plastic nubbins. And then I got, to make sure it sits down, and I got 4 little clips that clip back on. 1, 2, 3, and number 4. There we go. New air filter right in place. And I just used the old box, put this in there, throw it away. That way it doesn't take up double the amount of space in the trash can. There we go. Now, I said all that to say this. The next video is going to be me changing the oil. Because, weirdly enough, I haven't made an oil change video. And I never thought I'd had to, or should, or if anybody would give a crap about watching it. But I got a particular fella that watches me on here who just bought a Dodge Ram, and he's like, hey man, I need to change the oil in my thing, and you ain't made a video about it. I'd like to see how to do that. This is for you, buddy. I don't exactly remember what your name is on the YouTube. It's something like IOWW something. I'm drawing a blank. I'll find out what it is and I'll put it right here. I'll just bloop, that'll be your name. But this is for you, buddy, and anybody else who wants to watch. I'm amazed you guys want to watch me, and I appreciate every bit of it. So I'm gonna keep making videos. Here we go.